Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here with Rawslowgaming, and we're playing Bath City Football Club, trying to take them to the top of Premier League. And first season in, halfway through this season, we are just outside the playoff zone. And I talked about last episode that we hadn't had any notable criticism from the board at the start of the last episode, but after that episode now we have two criticism. One that the heavy defeat in the FA Trophy or last match in the last episode, and also about the weak draw that we did before against Toonbridge. So something to prove here, I guess, in this episode, and I will see you in 7 days at the match game day against Dulwich Hamlet, which will be a tough nut to crack for us. Jesus Christ, what's with me today with the words and everything, but see you in a bit. Alright, so here we are at the match day against Dulwich Hamlet, and as you see, according to the bookmakers, we are heavily underdogs here for this match. We did win our first match, or the first match against Dulwich Hamlet though, so maybe we have that going for us at least. Still, we have the best players on the pitch already, and everyone is fit to play, so no changes in a lineup or anything like that to be done at this moment. So we'll submit the team here and go. And just comment the match and play the match just as we usually do or always do here on Rawslowgaming, taking it raw and slow, and also handing over pretty much everything to our assistant, because that's how I like to play it, mostly focusing on doing the right things in the financial bits with the salary and deciding what players are good enough to keep versus their salary and everything like that, and the value and transfers. That's the really main bit that I love myself. So with that said, let's focus here on the match instead. First highlight of the match here in the 6th minute, Bath City in control of the ball. We have been passing it back and forth a while here, and unfortunately he just did a misdirected pass. So now Dulwich Hamlet in control here just in the midfield area, and they are now passing it back and forth themselves and chose to pass back to their keeper. So their goalkeeper to do a goal kick here, and here it is, and a good one, and Dulwich Hamlet is still in control of the ball here on the left hand side, crosses it in, and a total miss from our defender, and it's a goal for Dulwich Hamlet, but it's been disallowed due to offside. But yeah, what the hell happened there with our defender that just stood still? Yeah, pretty bad offside, but like there, why the hell didn't he jump or something? But luckily for us that it didn't matter there, that it was pretty clear offside. But yeah, hopefully we can play it better. It looks like we haven't really got up to a good level, but doesn't really look like any of the teams, or either of the teams rather, have played that well so far. But again, a really bad pass by Bath there, and it's a goal for Dulwich Hamlet, and this time it stands, and we're now trailing 0-1 for Bath City after 29 minutes, so a little bit less than 30 minutes. Yeah, a really bad pass there by Baxter. And really to blame, I guess, there. The shot, well, yeah, a really, really poor action as well from Clark there, trying to punch it out. Why did you try to do that? Why didn't you just grab the ball? And I guess we'll start shouting, demand more. We are not really demanding more as such, but we would like to see more. And after the first half then, we're trailing by 1. Stats-wise, looks sort of even, but we are falling behind in terms of shots and everything like that. So we are not too happy, and we will be a little bit assertive here that we are not happy with performance here of Tom Smith. And I would like to say that to Baxter and Clark as well, sort of, but we are not saying that, as they are not really having bad ratings. And that sort of dictates what we are going to do. Show some passion here, next shout. And they are fired up by that speech, so that's good at least. But don't see anything happening or any highlights, so that's pretty bad. We are now closing in to 70-minute mark or so let's do a sub or two. Brandt unfortunately getting out due to being tired, and pretty much the same is going to happen for Pearson and Reigns here. Not Reigns, Pearson and Edwards. That are the players that are most tired. And as we're doing the subs here, first highlight in the second half, but it is for Dulwich Hamlet, and it's headed towards our keeper, but saved by Clark there. A good save, and out for a corner there that we didn't get to see. But we get to see this highlight instead in the 79th minute. Dulwich Hamlet with a cross-in, but fails to get to it, but get a second chance and shoots from a long way out and hits the top bar. And show some passion is the shout to do here. But clearly both teams are having trouble hitting the target. But yeah, we are... Looks like, yeah, we lost this game 0-1 after full time for Bath City versus Dulwich Hamlet. Shots 9-11, shots on target 1-3, and possession 52-48%. So, as said, both teams having trouble hitting the target. Definitely Dulwich Hamlet with the more dangerous chances that we had a look on, though. I don't think we really had any chance whatsoever that were dangerous. So, that's pretty darn bad. And yeah, overall, unlucky to have lost it, sort of. And also, overall, the team should have performed better. And we're not especially happy with the result after that match. Still in 8th place, and at the moment only 2 points off from a playoff spot. So still within reach. And let's see here. 1,114 attending that game. So that's pretty good. A little bit more than usual. Edwards developing a little bit, which is good, and Britain and Man have goal droughts, which is definitely true. Britain were on fire in the beginning, and can we like see career stats? Yeah, but like an individual seasons graphs. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Rather like reports, stats, form, stats. Oh, form. Yeah, here we can see. So here, yeah, exactly. Did a lot of goals here until the 13th match, and after that, not so much at all. But hopefully it will come back, and we will see you next in 5 days here at the match against St. Albans. Alright, so here we are at the match day against St. Albans, and we are slight favorites here according to the bookmakers. Hopefully we can finally turn around things. Things haven't gone our way the last couple of matches for sure, so hopefully they can find some momentum here. That would be nice, because we're having a tough match in just 2 matches or so from, well, not 2 matches, 2 days from this match. So hopefully they'll be able to kick things off in a good way here. And let's kick off and play and see what happens here. We're also closing in to the winter transfer window, but as we don't have any wage budget left, we are not going to be able to do really anything at all, which is a shame, and also something that we got to work on for next season, I guess. The overall wage budget that we are pretty much maxed out on. So first highlight here in the match, and a dangerous looking header there for St. Albans, but we managed to control it, and the ball is up towards the defensive half of St. Albans City that they did take control of the ball there on the long clearing and getting a second chance to cross it here and head it out, deflected, but the second chance here just outside the penalty area and this time inside the penalty area and shoot it wide. So no real danger there. So the shots were pretty poor, to be honest. Corner from Bath City and deflected out, and Baxter first on that ball, passing it in towards the middle to Smith here and back to Baxter. Shoots to pass back to Harper and to Smith and back to Baxter here, and a through ball try to Britton, and it's a goal for Bath City here in the 10th minute, and it is Britton that scored that we just talked about, which is really great that he comes back to the scoring or the score sheet, and that is definitely something we need here for this season to be a success, that he managed to do more goals than he's been doing this last couple of matches, or this last 10 matches or something like that actually. So a good start there, and to have a leading goal in the 10th minute or so. Very, very nice for Bath City. Next highlight, a corner here from St. Albans City, and the cross is in. We managed to clear it, but it's only out to Gordon here, and he shoots, and it's just over the top bar there. Very dangerous looking, but good that we weren't needing to interact with it, so to say. So we're nearing the end of the first half, but we are not there yet, because we will first have the highlight here. Bath City with control of the ball. Chilvers with a long through ball to Edwards on the right-hand side. Will he be able to cross it? Yes, he crosses here to Brunt, and it's a goal for Bath City in the 37th minute. And we extend the lead 2-0 for Bath City versus St. Albans. And good run there by Edwards. A little bit of a bad first touch, I would say, but he managed to stop it just in time of the sideline there. And Brunt on the score sheet again. Very, very good stuff there for him and for us. So another chance here, or another highlight before the end of the first half. And let's see here, the ball to Riley Lowe here on the left-hand side and not the right-hand side. Passes back to Baxter, back up to Smith in the middle, and doing a through ball to Britton, and he shoots, and it's another goal for Bassett here in the 45th, 46th minute. And that finish though, that ball barely made it into goal. So let's have another look at it here. That touch, well, yeah, the keeper, I guess, sort of almost saved it. And yeah, lucky to get that in, but we are now leading 3-0 after one half. Looking at the stats, sort of says that in terms of shots on target, and this match we've been good hitting the target, so that's very nice, especially considering how last match were. So definitely hand over to assistant and just continue here. And as we're continuing here, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show. And if you're doing so, please stick around and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. And as you do, you can hit that small notification bell as well. Very bad start here on the second half. Free kick for St. Albans and directly a reduction and a goal there. And Clark again doing a bad action, I would say. Next highlight here, a Chilvers with a free kick to Smith, and it's a goal for Bath City. And we re-extended the lead here to 4-1 in the 52nd minute. So a very quick reply there by the team, which is great. And last but not least, if you want to support the channel, I also have a couple of more options to do that. Check out the links in the description and maybe the membership thing and some of the perks that are available just in FIFA Manager and Football Manager 2020, so you might be interested if you're following along on this. A through ball up to Britton. Britton versus the keeper, and he shoots. Pretty bad angle, but saved there by the keeper and out for a corner. And I saw that one of our defenders is pretty tired, and an easy save there on that corner. Pretty poor attempt. So Baton is really tired actually for some reason, so we'll switch in Hartridge here and let that be for a little while, and probably switch someone else or a couple more out rather, like we always are doing. So let's switch out Brandt and Edwards, the players that are most tired. We'll get to rest here a little bit for the next match. The next match, I think, will probably be quite a different team. I think pretty much everyone will be very tired. And a highlight here for St. Albans City, at least at this moment. And Fano getting a second chance to cross, and we managed to block the shot there. So very, very good stuff. But we only managed to clear it back to their defense, and here they come again, playing already up to a bit outside our penalty area and playing it wide here on the left-hand side, and a chance to cross here, but they choose to pass it back, and we will see here, pass it back and again to crossing position, and it's a goal for St. Albans City here in the 80th minute, and reduced 4-2 for Bath City versus St. Albans City now. And not that great. We are definitely missing the marking there on Lazio Fano. But a good goal, I guess, but not a good goal for us, and apparently it was pretty close to offside as well. And he were behind his defender, and obviously that's not a good thing to be having in the team, so to say, that defenders are, or attackers are behind the defenders. And probably the last highlight of the match here in the 91st minute. Bath City in control of the ball, passing it back and forth up to Riley, to Pearson here on the left-hand side, and he chooses to shoot, but just over the top bar there. Could have crossed, quite possibly a better option there, but he did shoot, and it's all right. And there we have it. Full-time result for Bath City versus St. Albans City is 4-2. Shots 23 to 17. Shots on targets 13 to 5, and possession 50 to 50%. So quite all right result and performance there by the lads, I would say. Looks like all right ratings overall, which is good, and we're happy with that. And as you see there, in just 2 days we have a match here against Welling, who are fourth in the league. Speaking about that, after this match we are up to 7th place and just inside the playoff zone at the moment. And let's see here, Britain and Skoldrot, which is great. We will praise him for his performance. And I will see you then very shortly in just 2 days here against Welling. Alright, so here we are then already for this match against Welling. Welling are slight favorites according to bookmakers, and our form have been quite inconsistent recently, as it says there. Hopefully we will have a chance to startle, or so to say, and the Welling players at least, so that's hopeful. And as you see here, we have a lot of players that are tired, so we will switch around what we can do. So Richards instead of Smith, and Hartridge will play instead of someone. Who will that be though? Riley Lowe, I guess. And you are playing, no, not better in any other position. Reigns, you will play instead of Harper. And Britton and Pearson. I don't think we got any better option really. Well, Stern here instead of Pearson, possibly, yeah. So that will be all right. All right, so yeah, I think that will do. So at least we got some players that are a little bit more fit. And we'll continue to play the match here and comment it just as we always do. Hand over to assistant, and team talk. Kickoff and play just as we're doing always here. And yeah, we saw there that Welling also had quite tired players in general, so maybe a little bit of B team for both sides. First chance here in the 5th minute. A real bad pass from Welling there, and Bassett able to pick up the loose ball. Brunt playing a through ball up to Stern. Stern versus the keeper, and he shoots and saved by the keeper there, unfortunately for us. So out for a corner instead, and here comes Richards with the corner. And unfortunately long, but Stern makes it back and passes to Batten to Reigns here in the back, and well out to a throw-in. Free kick here from Chilvers, and Brompton is a goal for Bassett here in the 6th minute, and very good stuff there, and again a great start to the match here for Bath City. Very impressed there, or very glad about that start. I'm quite impressed with the performance there by Brandt as well, getting up to reach that ball. Next highlight here in the 10th minute. Hartridge with a cross to Edwards, and it's another goal for Bassett, but it's been disallowed for offside. Now, how bad? That looked really good and really clean. And oh, that is so little. Instead, we have a corner here for Welling, and we save it on the line 2 times and manage to get it out to a throw-in. Stuff happening there really fast, and a free kick and headed over the top bar. Very fast there as well, and very dangerous chances there. And yeah, overall they are having some tired plays. They have like middle right and middle center, 2 players that they switch in, I guess. But yeah, this is a really tough playing schedule just around New Year's and Christmas always, for some reason. Don't quite understand why. And a free kick there and a header from Brunt that just hit the upright, I think. And maybe the last chance before the end of the first half. Welling here with a chance, and it's saved by Clark there. That header looked dangerous for sure, and their attacker getting far too much room to maneuver there, I think. And Britain are through. Britain 1-on-1 versus the keeper, and it's a goal for Bath City here in the 41st minute, and we extend the lead to 2-0 just before the end of the first half here against Welling, which is superb for sure, and so far much better than I thought we were going to have in this match. Yeah, very, very good stuff there. And let's hope that it was the end of the highlights for the half, but it wasn't. Welling United with a header just over the top bar there from the corner. So a great first half for Bath City as we were leading 2-0. Looking at the stats, should probably not be the case at all, but we are thrilled that we are leading so far, and everyone is playing quite alright. Richards is having a little bit of bad rating, but other than that, it looks really good actually. I couldn't say that the ratings in Welling looked that bad though. Stat-wise, I saw that we made it up here just in the early stages of the second half. And the first highlight here in the second half is for Bath City in the 55th minute. Stern with the ball, passing to Hartridge. And almost losing the ball there, but managing to get that through. Chilvers as well, almost losing the ball, but getting the ball back. And he shoots, and it's over the top bar. And yeah, we need to do subs a little bit on the early side here this time around. So we are definitely doing just midfield players pretty much. So Chilvers, you are getting support switch out, and Tom Smith going in. And yeah, you will play ball-winning midfielder as well. And you will play central midfielder instead than Richards. And let's see here then. Harper, sure. And Riley Lowe. Yes, but we are putting Hartridge in instead of Batten. Riley Lowe, just to get as fresh players as possible on the field here, and try to balance the stress out, so to say. Cross in towards the keeper there of Welling United, and unfortunately getting to the ball before Brandt were able to head it. So the highlight is still going on, and Welling United in control of the ball and moving forward here. Flint passes to Coombs and he shoots, and it's just outside the post there. Quite a power shot there, but didn't manage to hit the goal. Next highlight here in the 66th minute. Bassett with the ball in the defensive half, and a bad pass there. And Welling getting the ball freely here in the attacking half, which is very poor for us. No speed whatsoever at the moment, playing at the left-hand side up to Cook, and Cook crosses it, and we managed to clear it, but only to a Welling United player. Passes it back to Chris Krickslov Noble with the cross towards Goldberg, and he heads it over at the top bar. So we were able to get that by as well. And we now just have a little bit more than 15 minutes left of this match. And as we have 15 minutes left of this match, we have a highlight here for Welling United. It looked like, at least, and getting a second chance here to take control of the ball or pass it around, and they do a long ball up towards their strikers and play it wide here on the right hand side and tries to cross it but fails, and a ball up to Britton here and a chance for a counter attack for Bath City. Britton playing it through here, and I guess it's going to be a red card there for the Welling United player. So now they are going to play with 10 players, and I expect us to not lose this match anymore, and definitely not after that, because it's another goal for Bassett and for Brandt. His 16th goal of this season, and we extend the lead to 3-0 here in the 77th minute. And yeah, pretty darn good. Good performance there by Richard and Brandt finding each other. And now only 10 minutes to go or so. So we are likely to win this match for sure with 3 goals or more, maybe, because we do have another highlight here in the 88th minute. Reigns with the ball here in the midfield on the right hand side, dribbling forward and passing it to Smith. Smith passes back to Reigns and chooses to do what? She chooses to almost lose the ball and passes back to Hartridge. Hartridge with the ball up towards or to Reigns, I believe, and back to Richard, and Richard's doing a really poor pass to no one, and it's back to the Welling United goalkeeper Wilkes, who will do a goal kick, so to say, at that moment. Very poor one, straight at Stern, and passes to Brandt to Riley Rowe, and back to Stern, and Smith here, and tries a through ball to Britton. Will he be able to get to it? And not really, but dangerous there, really dangerous. Almost another chance for Bassett, or another goal for Bassett, but a chance for a counter-attack here instead for Welling United, but not leading to anything, and out for a throw-in that were a very unstressed ball out for the sideline, I would say. So there we have it. The final result for Bath City versus Welling United is 3-0. Shots 16-17, shots on target 66, and possession 45-55%. So looking at the stats and everything, a pretty even game, but I would say we were definitely having the better chances and everything. So well-deserved win and great performance by the lads. Really happy with that. So after that match, we're still 7th in the league, and now we actually have a little bit of room to play with. We are 3 points clear now of dropping out of the playoff zone, so that's pretty darn great. And we have 16 points up to the league leaders, which is not Weymouth anymore after this match day. They finally dropped down to 3rd place in the league. And we will praise Brunt's performance here. And yeah, that will be everything for this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon here again. With that said, bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.